Charlie, welcome back to my channel. Today I've done a full face of glam as requested, so if you want to see that, then keep on watching. So I'm just going in with the blurring primer from Makeup Obsessions. So I put a poll on my Instagram to see whether you wanted to see a natural everyday or a full glam. I expected most of you to say natural everyday because on my channel it's mostly full glams. But surprisingly you all said full glam. So because it is quite hot at the minute in the UK, I'm just going in with the Revolution coconut powder and setting the primer. Now that that's all set, I'm just going in with the Revolution pomade. What I like to do is underline my brows in the shape that I want them, and then do the top line and fill in between, but I always leave the front of my brow empty. What I like to do with the front of the brow is on the brush there's usually excess after doing the outer shape. I like to flick it up so then I get more of an ombre brow instead of it being so blunt at the front. After flicking that product up, I like to go in with a brow brush and just blend it through my brows. So what I'm doing next is carving out my brows with the Revolution Pro Camo concealer. The reason why I use this concealer to carve out my brows is because it's quite thick, so when you are carving out your brows, I find if you have more runny concealers, it's harder to base that product where you want it. So what I like doing after concealing my brows is going in with the Velvet Rose palette from Makeup Revolution, and I go in with a brown shade and fill in the gaps because I find that pomade doesn't stick to the places where my hairs are more sparse. What I like doing is doing my eyebrows a lot thinner than I usually would, and with a higher arch than my natural one, just because I find that gives me more lid space when I put my eyeshadows down and it's more visible when I open my eyes. Now that my eyebrows are carved out, I'm going to go in with the same concealer that I carved them out with and put that on my eyes, ready for the eyeshadow. I like setting the eyeshadow base. Some people prefer not to, but I find if I don't set my eyeshadow base, my eyeshadows slide around a lot more because my eyes are quite oily, and when they get oily throughout the day, my eyeshadow doesn't last. Now that my eyeshadow base is laid, I'm going in with the Revolution Ultra Matte palette, and I'm picking up a light brown shade as my transition. The key to getting the best eyeshadow is always go in with a really light hand, because if you go in too hard, then I find the eyeshadow goes a lot patchier. Another important thing I'd say is getting the right brushes. It don't have to be an expensive brush set, I get mine off Amazon, but the key is to use the right brushes for the right things. So to pack on the darker shade in my crease, I'm using a denser blending brush. I'm basing that where I want it and then using a fluffy brush to blend it out. Once that's done, I'm just going to cut the crease. I usually go in with a cotton pad and remove what's underneath, but because I'm not going in with a shimmer shade, I'm just going to go in with loose glitter. It doesn't really matter because that colour underneath won't be seen. So now I'm just going to use eyelash glue and the Barry M Dream Bronze Glitter and put that where I've cut the crease. So because when you lay glitter the blend isn't as seamless, I'm just going to go back in with the dark shade and blend it into the edge. I'm just going to finish off with a wing and then I'll do the other eye off camera. So now that the wings are done and my eyelashes are stuck on, I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation with a beauty blender. So what I like to do is I like to leave the under eye with no foundation, so when I lay the concealer, it doesn't look as heavy under my eyes. So now I'm going in with the e.l.f. 16 hour concealer under my eyes, on my forehead and on my chin. So I like to set my concealer almost instantly to prevent any creases. So now I'm going to take the NYX face and eyeshadow palette and use the contour shade. Before highlighter, I'm just going to use the I Heart Revolution Fixing Spray. I'm just going to leave that to set because I find if you go over it with highlighter too soon, it will leave a really bad streak. I'm just going to take the Revolution Rose Gold highlighter and base it on the high points of my face, like the top of my cheeks, my nose, my forehead and my cupid's bow. Because when I'm doing a full glam I go quite heavy with the highlighter, I use blusher next to blend the highlighter and everything together. So I'm going in with the MUA Rose Tea Blush. I'm just going to take a light brown shade and run that under my eyes. So because dark eyeshadow makes my eyes look a lot smaller, I'm just going to go in with the white pencil eyeliner and run that through my bottom waterline. So for lips, I'm unsure whether I want a nude or a red. I think I'm going to go for red this time because on my channel I've just used mostly nudes. So I'm going in with the Revolution lip liner in Regent. I'm going to take the Sleek Matte Me lipstick. It's the red one. I'm not going to say the shade name because all products will be linked in the description. I love these types of lipsticks because even though they're matte, they don't make your lips look dry whatsoever. So this is the final look. I'm really happy with how it came out. The lips look a lot brighter on camera, but I promise you they suit this look. But thank you for watching. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.